Hey everybody, how's it going? It is time to get into the post-Christmas swing of things with some more roster reviews. First roster we're looking at is D0 Trench. This is one of those accounts that I requested a very long time ago, but I had disqualified for lack of information in their comments. So I pretty much only have um, their ally code written down, and they said they started in 2015, but really June 2020 is what I have written down. It's 8.3 million GP. I don't know what they were when they requested a review. But I see we have Java, we have Chimera here, so I don't even know what their focus is, what they were working on, nothing. We do have Scythe. Gear 12 Chimera, so probably something you want to boost up a little bit just to work on that counter for Fleet Arena, for Grand Arena, all that stuff. Got Negotiator. We got Profundity as the only meta fleet, actually. We don't have Executor or Leviathan, which is interesting. Got a Gear 1 Plo Koon. So before I even check on the progress of the others, let me check Galactic Republic fleet. This is disastrous. Gear 12 Anakin is horrible. We got some Gear 8 Bad Batch. Just utter disaster. I think I gathered when I first took a look that they were not playing seriously or not playing smart at all. So maybe that's why I wasn't originally setting them up for review. At least they have a 7-star negotiator. What's Malevolence? Malevolence finished to R9. General Grievous. I guess he really likes Grievous. How are the other Seps doing? R5. Working. Take a look at Sith. No Leviathan in sight. Not anywhere near. With these Sith and then Bounty Hunters. We got 7 stars at least. We got some relics on these. Maybe they're working on Executor, maybe not. I think Galactic Republic is up there for what you should be focusing on. A decent engagement with Datacrons. This is an interesting top of the roster. Okay, so we got 4 GLs. We got 3 that have kind of a lot of overlap. JML, Leia, and Java. So we got 3 newest. We got Rey, who had a Lightspeed bundle. We got an R9 Trench, an R8 Hondo. Goodness, this is strange. Yeah, of course, R8 Dooku. Yeah, R8 Magna Guard. Why? Exactly. R8 B2. I guess, is this the favorite faction? Oh, we do have Riva. I'm super cold, by the way, if you're hearing shivers coming through. Really cold. I don't know. I mean, Separatists, is this the favorite faction? We got a really over-relicked Trench. Same with Grievous. I just faced a 13.3 million GP account, and they did not have Grievous R9. No one, I barely see anyone. Magna Guard is never a priority for R8 for most people. So that's very interesting / confusing. Okay, so Galactic Legends were missing JMK, Lord Vader, Supreme Lord Kylo, and Sith Emperor. So that's a lot. Galactic Legends that people tend to go for pretty early, and looks like First Order will get there. Let's check out ships too. No finalizer yet, so that's gonna be the hold up there. But yeah, might as well get him next. Sith. Okay, we have Malgus, which is nice. No Savage Omicron. Maybe doesn't care about Grand Arena. I don't know. But we do have a Wampa. We can't totally not care. We do have Treya Omicron. Savage definitely worth bringing up. And no Sith Eternal Emperor, of course. So he is definitely worth getting. Got Gear 9 Yoda, 5-star Cam, 5-star Qui-Gon. I mean, people jumped on the Qui-Gon Omicron really fast, but he's completely neglected Anakin and Ki-Adi Mundi. So we got no Jedi Master Kenobi, so you really shouldn't be neglecting... Who's Padme? Oh wait, no, I'm not looking at Galactic Republic. It's just Jedi. I was scared for a second. So we do have Padme fully unlocked. I mean, we should with those juiced up separatists, but we don't have... And we do have Kat, but she has 1 Zeta. Really just work on a Padme team, man. I mean, I know Galactic Legends, yeah, you're working on them, but Galactic Republic faction needs a ton of work. It's super important. Bad Batch is super important now. This fleet is super important, especially with Marauder. I forgot to check what... Take note of the stars on Marauder. Okay, we only got 4 stars. That should be farmed. Galactic Republic faction needs to be focused on, because we got GK already and Ahsoka. Ahsoka at Relic 5, but no Anakin. I don't know. These 4 with Padme, super awesome team that's being neglected. So forget big projects, just fix your good teams. Got some bad Omicrons, bad Omen Omicrons. We got Kyle Katarn, Rolo, Princess Leia. I mean, I'm not too surprised to see some TB Omicrons, which are like the least of a priority, because like the combat mission waves aren't even important anymore. Judging by the cam shards, probably not running GOTB, probably running Rise of the Empire, in which case, like big whoop if you get an extra couple 100,000. But at least he has like the CLS team up and running, and then a Leia team, so. UFUs is a big one now too. We got Rey, we got Reva, all our 5, so we got a freeloader. Didn't help unlock Reva, just reap the benefits, all our 5. Honestly, I'd kind of leave them there. Like, they do functionally most of the same stuff. A lot of times you can just whittle down an opponent over time as they're just blowing through them. We don't have the Seer team working. They're going to get accelerated kind of soon, or like coming up in next year, in the first half of the year probably. That would be a great time to work on Seer. Already got Cal up and running. No Lord Vader's. I mean, Maul is perfect to slot into that team. Like, you don't have Malicos. Like, putting Maul with Seer is really strong. I don't know. This roster is kind of a mess. Let's check out mods, see if those are a mess too. I'll look at Jabba. I don't care too much about his mods. Just the gauge of speed. Plus 192. I mean, that's good. Tenacity. I wish I could scroll through the roster, other people's rosters. Speed and health, pretty standard. Lots of health. Plus 172 speed. I have crit avoidance permanently just because of the raid, and I have a pretty good health pool too, so feels pretty nice. It's a pretty good Luke. I mean, not super fast, but we got all the protection and health that we could want. So, it's not too bad. Rey. Slow as crap. Health focus, but not a ton. We don't have crit damage triangle, which is good. And then offense. I mean, I really think she just needs more speed overall. Earth Revan, fastest on GL, plus 175, 349, so that is not bad at all. Good crit damage. What is here? Protection, probably not. Damage good, health good. And Mark Jade, mainly just care about speed, and then potency too. Plus 150 is good. Yeah, that's solid. And Radis, hope he's fat, both in health and protection. Very much a lot of protection. This is actually really great. Like, I love having a lot of protection on him. But he heals up both pretty easily. That's why I kind of like have an even split. I like defense sets too, because it's better to keep you alive overall than like just a health set. I don't really care too much about Dooku. Oh, Phoenix. They have a Phoenix team up and running. Okay, good. But no Zetas. Oh, this is the bundle. That's right. So we got no Zetas. Kanan and Sabine Zeta are super important. Rex. Zeta on there. I guess that's just missing the Omicron. But yeah, those two Zetas pretty mandatory, and then Hera Zeta is pretty good too. I like all of them. But yeah, we got Piet Gear 12, which is kind of an irregularity of this account too, because it's usually like R8, R9, because people have Executor. Not the case here. Plus 157. I mean, for Imperial Troop, like, if it weren't for fleets and, like, the unlock requirements, yeah, it would not be a high relic priority for me, so I think it's fine until you're actually going for Executor. Have them low. Yeah, slower-ish boosh. But these mods are not bad. Like, these are, like, still pretty solid mods. Just kind of, like, interesting omissions in the roster as far as solid teams that aren't there. It's a good CLS. Plus 134 is... Yeah, I was going to say it's good for a non-speed set, but this is a speed set, so... You're not bad. Squid damage, potency. I can see it. I have come around to the tenacity, like offense tenacity train, so... We do have Afra, that's nice. Definitely nice for this Omicron. That's something I'm not normally checking on, because a lot of people that don't have everything kind of like go for Afra later. Normally that's a good idea, but with the current Datacron set, she is insane. Definitely want all potency as much as you can. Although, there is an argument to just load her up on protection for strict Java counters in 3v3. I won't check too many more, it's just Star Killer. Offense. I mean, these are good mods. Like, this is not like a terrible account. It's just like, I really think the Galactic Republic faction heavily needs investment. It's a very unique set of Galactic Legends that were obtained first. Just a quick way to get to the other roster. So these are all really strong. In my ranking recently, I had Leia at 1, Rey at Jabba at 3, Rey at 4. So I think it's super solid. I mean, JMK's up there too. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, probably working Galactic Republic next is my big piece of advice, and some key Zetas here and there, like Phoenix, and I don't know, it depends on what you're going for. Executor, of course you want that, but kind of up to you. Like Cat, you're really just gotta build up. But anyway, thanks for letting me take a look. Next up, we got ItsFakem. This was at 6.4 million account when they requested the review, 9.2 now. Said they started, the account was created in 2016, really picked up in 2019. Grand Arena focus. And then they had just finished Profundity, which was way back. Then they were going for JML. Exact same Arena and Fleet Arena teams as the last player. Java is probably the most common in Arena right now, just because of Bushkron. And super common to see Chimera for people climbing in their Fleet Arena, which I had just done. I actually am stuck with Chimera and until my reset. We got R7 Scythe. We got a lot of stuff. Chimera Relics, it's solid. Negotiator, Relic 8, great. We do have Leviathan unlocked, got 6-star Profundity, and Executor. So ships are looking pretty nice as far as the capital ship is concerned. Yeah, the unlock, like, getting from 4-star to 7-star is really just a pain. Like, just bleeding crystals. That's one of my least favorite, like, improvement mechanics in the game is these last stars. It just straight crystal drain. It's painful. I mean, Leviathan is so much worse without 7-star, and I got by with it for the longest time. But yeah, let's take a Galactic Republic look at Galactic Republic fleet as we have been. Plo, I mean, a little weak. I mean, mine's pretty weak too, Gear 12. I should probably just boost that up. I'm actually probably going to favorite my Plo and just boost him up a little bit. At least to low relics, maybe relic 3 or something, because I'm in a place right now where I don't have too much going on as far as projects. This is sad. Level 1 Marauder. This is an amazing ship. It's one of the best ships out there right now. Total S-tier ship. And before, I mean, people weren't focusing on Bad Batch. It was like, okay, I'm not going for Lord Vader yet, so I don't care about Bad Batch. I think that really needs to change, as I harped on last time. Check Empire. I mean, this is, again, a super key counter fleet. It looks pretty good. Got TIE Defender and relics. Scythe is there. Good relics. TIE Interceptor. It used to be like, you know, if you have Grand Inquisitor, you have them all R7, but the last account we looked at didn't have them there because they got Riva at a bargain from their guild. For Galactic Legends, again, like the last account, but we got JML, Jabba, Kenobi, and Sith Eternal Emperor instead of Rey and Leia. So this is more of a standard development arc. I don't know what the order was, but this is a good group to have. I mean, in thinking of like ease of acquisition, like it definitely kind of flows. Luke and Java go together. I'd probably expect to see them working on the Leia right now. We'll check that out. 3 Omicrons on Riva and the Grand Inquisitor Omicron. Hopefully it's ready to die. I like ready to die. Because, I mean, the lead, yeah, you can run that with Riva, but Ready to Die is always awesome in TW if you're going to get one. We do have Maul. That might fit nice into a Seer team. Or Darkside Mandos right now, or just normal Mandos, I guess. I'll check on that. Got Cat up and running, of course, JKL. We do have Malgus, of course. And yeah, let's start looking at factions. Let's check out Rebels. Rebel Fighter actually might be an easier way to check, because check on our, yeah, Drogon and Captain Rex. So if they're going for Leia, not a ton of work towards that yet. And let's just check Sith. So I don't think they're going for Leia. Sith faction is locked and loaded. I love to see it. It's a faction definitely deserving to have all in relics. The last holdout for me was Sith Assassin, but CG required. We get her up and running. UFU is a big one now. Man. So Malgus, like, this is, I see it too often, like an amazing character, completely unlocked, finished off, and just riding the pine. How Kestis not farmed, although he is a quick farm. Do we even have Seer Junda anywhere? Like, do we even have an unlock from the Marquee? Hasn't even activated her yet. Like, maybe didn't even do the Marquee. But that online Force user team is, like, the real deal. Like, a huge priority there. ATR, okay. Probably. Yeah, we got almost Resistance coming up. Zori's good priority, too. Like, just really slots in with these requirements you already have. Probably farming tickets, honestly. Let's just check Holdo. Not quite 5 stars, so not quite farming the tickets. And let's check first order. So yeah, this is another. Working on first order tickets. So yeah, we got 2 Galactic Legends, pretty imminent. So yeah, definitely like get across the finish line there. Then you'll be at 6 GLs soon, leaving just Leia and Lord Vader. And I get I mean, there's a clear argument for Leia. Also for Lord Vader, I mean, I recommend Bad Batch getting up and running anyway. Grand Moff's already in Relics. And then Bad Batch just fits really nicely into Lord Vader. I think there's actually some Separatist requirements too for that. Yeah, so we like require Newt. Oh, we got a Gear 1 Trench. No shame. I'd be fine if I had my materials off Trench. I have gotten some use out of him, but yeah. And just Gear 12 Geos, I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, my main use out of them is Fleets. Is where I like the relics. I definitely like relics in GBA, and then like their cleanup on Rey and stuff. But I think there's a good argument for Lord Vader over Leia next. Up to you, honestly, but I think that Galactic Republic fleet is a huge focus. Really helps out fleets. Ooh, don't quite have a 7-star cam. Other than that, yeah, we do have a Qui-Gon team. There's Anakin there. JMK taking Padme probably, and then Revan taking maybe Jedi Knight Luke. Well, I don't know how many teams you run here. Of course we have Yoda. Yeah, you could have a standard like Old Republic team, and I guess Luke could go with JML. It just depends. Kind of hard to split all like JML, Revan, Qui-Gon up efficiently. And what else? Get the latest Conquest character. No. So not like fully red boxing all the time. Which it's not easy. Just check Mandalorian. Yeah, so we got a full Mandalorian faction. And that's solid. I do love Unaligned Force users though. Like really such a good team. Like Bad Batch and Unaligned Force users definitely, I think, at the top of the charts for priorities after those like Legend unlocks. Rex, definitely up there. You already have the Kanan Zeta. Yeah. I mean, Leia, I mean, would be a fantastic priority. Best Geo right now, although Datacron's would be expired by the time you get her. Still, she's fantastic. I think people are underestimating how good she'll be even after this specific Datacron, because she still ramps up like crazy. And if you get good stats, she can just run away with it. Anyway, on to mods. We got plus 189 for our fastest Geo, 574. And let's see. Speed and potency, not a bad combo. 160k protection is still pretty solid. That's like pretty much all protection primaries except maybe the arrow. Oh, that's a great arrow. That plus 24 speed and all the protection. Highest possible potential is a protection primary with otherworldly speed, because the otherworldly speed is going to be close to a normal primary, whereas you're not going to protect with the protection secondaries. Plus 172 on Jabba. Super interested. Probably got a slow Eternal Emperor. Everyone does that. I think it's because Zareth like has been recommending it for a long time. Just pure health and then not as much speed. I understand, but there's so many instances where I just need a little bit of extra speed. Like even just taking down General Skywalker, if I'm a little bit slower, I will lose. I do have good health too, but man, that speed. Plus 172 for Mara Jade. It's pretty good. Fastest on GL. That really fast as well. Speed sets. Nice. I mean, a lot of health. No crit damage, but like that's like one of the really solid builds. It's just focusing on health as a stat. I don't love the lack of a like a set match, but plus 26 speed. There's a great argument for that, and just foregoing the extra health there. So I understand that, especially a crit damage like health primary. It's like, where do you put that? Like if you're using a crit damage set, usually you want it crit damage. I think that's a good use of it. Armor plus 154, that's protection. I think that's all you need to care about with armor is protection and speed. But I'm sure there's an argument for like tenacity, but I do protection. It's way easier to get up. That's 159 here. I think that's enough damage to like get to the 10,000 in the raid. That's like another thing to consider on mods for the next 7 months or so. 6 to 7 months is just like how they do in the raid. I don't want to remod, so I just keep them at a good level for offense is the main concern. Plus 162, nice. Lots of health, good damage. It's fantastic. I think this is an offense. Yeah, I can tell from the stats sometimes. Radis, how's this guy? Speed, protection, health, good. Speed. My mouth dries out in these reviews so quickly. Lest we have offense tenacity. Yep. And I completely got on board with this eventually. Just when I started like noticing the difference in teams I face that have high tenacity, especially in like 3v3, definitely is worth it. I think tenacity cross, like if you're gonna do that, lean into it. But otherwise, I do like having high offense. Anakin, let's see if we got crit damage or... Yeah, crit damage. Awesome. That is a great setup. Because he gets so much offense from Qui-Gon. And I think Ki-Adi-Mundi too. So just the best multiplier you can put on is the crit damage. Although I don't like this. I would prefer crit damage triangle because he has really good crit chance. Like that's your best formula for max damage. Tier 12 Zam because we don't have Lord Vader, but we have the Omicron. Really juice up the stats. Your banner hitter team, although the use case more limited, like towards the end game, it's like you use it for Lord Vader, but then you don't have a slot for Zam all the time if you're bringing either Zam or Bam as number 5, and a lot of times you can't give up Beskar Mando there. Maul is leading Mandalorian, so can affect how the modding goes. Pure health. If you run under Lord Vader, I think it doesn't matter as much whether you do all up protection or health, because it all funnels to the same thing. So, but health on his own, like, definitely helps him get more damage. I think you can get 10,000 offense there, though. Let's see if that's Finn is 119. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Almost done looking at this account. Let's just check a couple more. Darth Malgus. Your health. This is definitely an R9 candidate. This is one of my first 4 R9s, so worth considering once you have availability. Let's check Riva, and then that's it. I'm actually not totally sure what the best way to mod her is. It's like there's so many ways to skin the cat. Like just either pour in survivability or offense. She does great damage, although she's super survivable. Whatever you do, I do like adding speed. This is hard to say. I mean, this is a decent build. I mean, like that triangle's good. This is bad. Like this obviously just needs slice and then it vastly improves. Or just replace, because 8 speed, not really worth slicing up. But anyway, thank you for letting me take a look at your account. Just work on that Galactic Republic faction, and then probably unaligned Force users after you get these next 2 DLs. And then I would be very pleased with your roster. And the last account we're looking at is Drakus. This is another one of those super quick developing accounts. Started in October 2022, we got 6.6 million. They requested a review towards the beginning of the year, like this spring sometime. They were at 2.7 million then. Focused, I guess they're focused all over the place. Grand Arena, TW, Conquest, TB, so like everything basically. Spending habits, now and then spender, probably going to see all the Lightspeed bundles purchase. And they were working on Sith Eternal Emperor and Executor back then. Probably have this. We have Executor already for sure. And then it's 5-star. Level 1 Marauder. I mean, I'm not surprised anymore. We got level 51 for tech and all these guys. I actually did the same thing. Like this, like a GP bloat thing. Like if you're just trying to boost your GP, which I think is a fantastic idea to get like over 4 million GP to get into hard conquest. I think the cheapest way to bump up your GP is get to level 51 and mods, and like especially on crew members. So that's probably the thought there. I did the exact same thing, like just because it doesn't cost me any credits to get up to that level, but it still boosts the GP. Anyway, got 5-star finalizer, as evidenced already by Slicker in Arena. 5-star Executor, none of the other meta fleets, and probably not close. I'd be surprised if I saw Inquisitor ship. Let's see, yes, there's Scythe. We got this Interceptor at 5-star. TIE Defender low gear. Which even if you can't run the counter, I think TIE Defender is still a huge priority. Makes an awesome fleet. Galactic Republic, a little bit. This is languishing. This is like everyone except Anakin and Ahsoka are low. And we do not have the Y-Wing. It's easy to miss what's not there. This is a huge detriment to the account. Negotiator. I mean, you have it. It's 7 stars, but it's a weak GK. GK is there's a huge argument for GK as like one of your first relics. We do not have Malevolence. We do not have... Well, I don't know if we have General Grievous. I wouldn't be able to tell that from here. Yeah, plenty of work to do on the ships. I mean, we have those bundles boosting it up. Like, inflating the GP. Got C, got Springler Kylo. Malicos, nice. I like to see that. So, unaligned Force users are just insane in this game now. Oh, we got Serum Crown, which is great. And then Cal, which just activates another one. It activates Ahsoka Fulcrum. I think that's the most bullcrap Omicron in the game, or one of them. It's just like, oh, this other Omicron actually works with a team instead of just on its own. Okay, we do have Rey unlocked. We do have 3 GLs. It's like the first 3 GLs. I mean, JML and C came out about the same time, so maybe exactly the same time. I don't know if one technically preceded the other in like the hit reveal or anything, but yeah, we got those first ones. Treya Omicron. Let me just look at UFU's here. CLS. I mean, that's a good team to be letting sit there. Wizards, I understand that not being like done yet. Rebels. I mean, we've got a lot of Rebels just because of that bundle. Loaded with R3s, so you can tell. Bigs have... Okay, so they got mods on all of them. But this is like completely on its head. Usually you see these 5 all at the top and then everything else is below. So this is just inverting accounts, these bundles. So I think honestly some of the best stuff for new players to farm, at least for now, is like stuff that a bundle already came out for. Because if like you're willing to spend on bundles, but you're otherwise wanting to just be free to play efficient, it's like get the ones that already had a bundle, because for all we know, they're not going to get another one. Especially like Phoenix. But Phoenix here is primed and ready for like you to farm Captain Rex. 7 stars, yeah, definitely get him going. Like the stars are the hardest part. Absolutely unleash the team by finishing off Captain Rex, and then you have the whole other team there. CLS squad definitely needs relics too, but I understand. I mean, you got 3 GLs now, so I'd take a break on GLs for a second and then just work up those key teams. Treya and Darth Revan, those are fantastic teams too. They're just sitting at lower gear. I mean, most of this is like Star Killer or C unlock stuff. Or Executor. Yeah, definitely needs to be boosted. We don't have Malgus. But since we got Malakos, I mean, that means they're a pretty good Conquest player. Weren't at 4 million, obviously, when Malgus was coming out, because this is a pretty new account. I do like the bloat to 4 million. I think that's actually a pretty good idea. Let's see how much. Yeah, so they got a lot of characters that they just like gave a few extra levels in gear, even though it's not impactful, like in a gameplay standpoint. It gets you over the threshold, and that's I think that's exactly what they did. Like, just bloated for Conquest. Really smart. We do have Jedi Revan, but again, it's like a Gear 12 team. There's like a lot of Gear 12 teams. And then, like, relics are from, like, the bundle, Lightspeed bundles. No Anakin Zeta, but that's only helpful on like a Padme team. I'll check out Galactic Republic more broadly. GK, super deserving of more relics. I think same with Jolie, and then Yoda makes this team run too. What league are we in? I like completely didn't even take note of it. Chromium 1. So plenty of growth happen. You can definitely get to a Rhodium with this roster. But Chromium 1 is just there. Almost there. You probably get to a Rhodium like 3 or something. I feel like that should be a goal. Improving fleet, improving like the relics on these core squads that you already have in place. Great idea. What's Padme looking like? We got Qui-Gon Omicron. Padme just languishing. I mean, you can run. You don't have to like run Padme. You can run GK with Qui-Gon Jinn. It's actually super strong. Like Ahsoka Tano and GK as the 4th and 5th are probably the best Qui-Gon team there is, and you could just neglect Padme if you really want to. Although it's not the way I would go. And outside of Green Arena, that doesn't do anything. So Padme definitely needs to get up there. Got Keller and Beck, Beller and Keck. For some reason, I mix up the first 2 syllables in my head. 3-star there. What else do we want to look at? I think we got most of the stuff here to look at. Mandalorians. Nope. Rogue One. Are they working on Profundity? Nope. Yeah. Jedi Cal's actually also a really good target to go for. So we got Tarful there. We have Saw. Yeah, we got Saw at Gear 12. And Marin too. I don't usually look at the Night Sister faction, but it's like a Marin G12. So they're ready for Cal to come back, which is fantastic. I'm actually thinking that that's like the most new player friendly new legend that we have. Like year 12, everything else for the longest time has just been relics, relics, relics. And like you get a great team out of it, and Sierra and Cal get that great team started. Saw you can make use of with a lot of these rebel fighters. And then Tarful and like Mara, it's like those are the ones that are more of probably hard to make use of as a beginner player, but I think that's a super early game friendly team, especially starting in like the middle of 2024. They're accelerated. Time to look at some mods. So Slicker speed build, which I have myself, but only 550. That's super fast. Still respectable for a 15-month-old account. A 14-month actually. C, that's decent speed, plus 130, and then 200k health. That's solid. No huge complaints there. Ray, I mean, it's hard to evaluate because I'm not really there yet. It's gear 11, but it's funny the stats like before relics, even on Ray. Offense only for now. That Ray can windmill some people to death. As long as you got that Zeta. Yeah, you can windmill people to death, but not really going to get much done on defense. RJ plus 165. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. Can't start looking up yet. Is there a fall off? Yeah, it's not a fall off. Plus 115. Actually, I will look at Pia just to see the silver medal non-GL mods. Plus 154. Okay, so we got two like with pretty high speed. And then falls off. Hux, yeah, you want speed. Pass back and forth with Slicker. It's a pretty strong team. Ron can work with Slicker or someone else. Pretty plug and play. So speed on him is fine. Starkiller, this is pretty high up for Starkiller, which I like. Plus 127. Health, crit damage. I mean, that's not too bad. Offense, approaching 10,000. It's not too bad either. And for Evan, just gear 12. It's kind of fast. I think this is good modding for him, as considering what you have to work with. I would relic his teammates before him. No Zetas on Bosk, which is actually kind of bad. I didn't notice that. That's a really valuable Zeta, especially his lead Zeta. I can actually, I'm gonna filter for bounty hunters because I didn't really look at that for this account. Or the others, I like kind of neglected to do it. I mean, you got a good account, good team here, but you really are gonna need the boss lead Zeta. It's like such a early game priority. It's so rare for me to not see it, but that, I mean, he might have just been a bundle unlock. But like bundles are really messing up people with the natural development of an account. It's like almost impossible to balance things. You're just gonna be bloated with relics, like terrible mods and Zetas. Like the more that come out, it's like you have these weird lopsided accounts. This is great modding for Malicos. I love it actually. You don't really need the crit chance though. He's got a fantastic crit chance on his own. Doesn't he? He might have a boost somewhere on it in his uniques. Yeah, plus 30% crit chance. You don't need crit chance sets. So unless you like really have to have what those primaries are offering you, not really concerned. Okay, Darth Vader. It's 130. I always like offense focus. This one's bad. Yeah, that's a terrible mod. I don't like that either. I think you want crit damage. That one's okay. I focus on more like killing, not just like some speed. We're getting kind of in the dregs of this account, especially as like mods go. That's 102. Yeah, so I mean, this account is just suffering from like growing too fast. Kind of like the bends. It's like you're reascending from water too fast and you get disoriented. There's probably better analogies for it than that, but that's what I see happening. But anyway, I'm going to call it there. Just interesting accounts and phenomena going on right now. Thank you for letting me look at your account. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. I definitely think Jedi Knight Cal Kestis is really worth pivoting to mid next year, even for newer players. It's a really low barrier to entry and he's super important. So that's why I just commented on it a little bit for some of the accounts. Only 4,000 in the game right now. That is not too many. Or just over 4,000. That's like a lot of just endgame players. That's like Kyber. That's like twice the size of Kyber 1, and that's basically it. So coming around June, he'll be a permanent fixture. I think for newer players farming around March, April, that's definitely worth it. Seer and Cal, like definitely earlier than that. They're a super good team even before Malachus or anything. But anyway, thanks so much, guys, for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.